All right, I want to show you the power of the KBB triangle and why it's so important to you right now in this time in history. Hey, it's Dean Graziosi, and I'm betting by now you've seen what Tony Robbins and I have been working on for the last year, giving you the ability, the blueprint, the software to tap into one of the fastest growing industries in the world, to make an impact, to solve a problem, and to profit from what you already know or what someone else knows. And I really need to break this down because your opportunity to get this course, to get this software, to get trained by Tony Robbins and myself is going away, and I'd hate for you to miss out. So let me share what the KBB triangle is all about. It's about tapping into the knowledge business. This KBB stands for the Knowledge Business Blueprint. The knowledge business is a $355 million a day industry that's growing so fast because traditional education with general knowledge is dying. It needs to be overhauled. And people are realizing instead of paying lots of money and going in debt for general knowledge, I need specific, specialized knowledge, and I can go faster. Where does that specialized knowledge come from? It comes from you, whether you realize it or not. So let me tell you the three different ways. If you're an expert, if you have a skill, if you have a hobby, if you have a passion about something, and listen, this is not about you being in business for 30 years. If you are 2 years ahead of someone else who's going to start the path that you started 2 years prior, why wouldn't they pay you to go faster? Learn from your trial and error. Learn from your mistakes. There are so many people that never realize that their passion, something that went deep and took 5, 10, 20 years to figure out, that others are willing to cut them a check for that knowledge. So if you're an expert or have a skill or a passion, you need to share it, get paid, help solve a problem, and make an impact. But if you say, I'm not an expert, I'm not really good at anything, I've been in a job I hate and I didn't acquire knowledge, but I want to be in this industry, I want to live a more fulfilled life, I want to help others, I want to get paid really good to do it, then you can be the reporter of someone else's knowledge. Let me give you an example. If I said to you, hey, how would you like to spend a weekend with me? We're doing a Zoom workshop. That's an online workshop for 2 days. And I'm going to tell you how to create a $250,000 a year photography business. I'm going to show you how to take the perfect pictures. I'm going to show you how to angle people. But then I'm going to show you how to market the business, then how to scale the business, then how to hire people to do the work for you. It's $1,000 for the weekend. Would you like to join? But I got one nuance. I've never taken a picture before in my life, and I don't own a photography business. I've done this on stage. And everybody's like, oh, no way, I'm not giving that guy money. But then I said the same things. How would you like to learn how to do a $250,000 a year photography business? The best pictures, how to scale, the marketing, how to hire people. But I've never done it myself. But here's what I did do. I went on Instagram and I found the top 10 earners in the photography business in the whole world. And I DM'd them and I got them on the phone and I interviewed them and I extracted the top 10 strategies on how they were so successful. Then I correlated everybody's information, and now I have the top 10 best ways to do a photography business at $250 a year from the best people in the world. Who would like to learn those 10 secrets in a weekend workshop that I'm doing through Zoom for $1,000? I did that to the audience as a whole, and it's like, I'll do it now if I was in the photography business. Well, that could be in any business, any niche in the world. You don't have to be the expert. You could be the reporter of someone else's expertise. And then the last part of the triangle is the broker. This is how Tony Robbins started. First 3 years in business, he never went on stage. He partnered with Jim Rohn. You might know Jim Rohn and others. And he filled the rooms, did all the work. They showed up and taught, and they split the revenue. So if you want to be in this business, it doesn't matter if you're the expert because you could be the reporter or the broker. $355 million a day. Forbes said going to $1 billion a day over the next 5 years. It's a wave, and you have the opportunity to jump in front of it because, and you want to zoom out here a little, Ethan, is if you want to share this knowledge, you could do it in person like I do a lot, or you could do it virtually through Zoom and other online mechanisms that we teach you how to do. You could do it from your house. You could do it from your phone. You could do it from your computer. As long as the value is there from one of these mechanisms where you're making an impact on somebody, they're getting specialized knowledge, they can go faster, they can go quicker. And here's the part that's so impactful and so important for you to realize, and why I don't want you to miss this. I don't want you thinking, I'm not an expert. I can't do it. Is this really work? Listen, this isn't a magical money machine. That's not Tony Robbins and I and our friend Russell Brunson, who's a part of this too. This is an emerging market where you get to impact lives, solve a problem, and tap into a $355 million a day industry using a blueprint from two people who've been doing this combined over 60 years. That's why I'm shooting this video. That's why I'm at home right now having my crew film this, because I'm afraid you're going to miss out and in 5 years look back and go, what the hell did I do? I didn't listen to Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi and Russell Brunson. If not them, who? If not us, what else you can, and if not now, when? How fast has the last 5 years gone, right? Don't let another 5 go by, because here's the thing. If you are one of these, and everybody watching right now could be one of these, everybody watching could do virtual or in person, then this is how you share it. You could share it by building a community. If you saw any of the videos that we shared, a girl who had endometriosis, she cured it for herself. Then she realized she wanted to help others. She doesn't have initials after her name. She didn't need permission to teach. She found a way to cure herself. Now she has a community of women and she's helping them through a really difficult thing. That's only one of so many examples where you could build a community. You don't need permission and you don't need an office. You don't need overhead. You don't need employees. You need to make an impact. You could build a group. A group is a membership group. It's like Tony's Platinum Group, which is $85,000 a year. There's groups, and you may have seen the examples, that's $10,000 a year, $5,000 a year. Some are $30,000, $50,000 a year. People are willing to pay for a group where everyone's getting smarter. Everybody's gaining the capabilities they need to overcome their obstacles or take advantage of their opportunities. Then there's also workshops. We've seen people that are in the photography business who are doing great at the top of their field, making 70, 80 grand a year. And then all of a sudden they said, well, why don't I teach others who are new to go faster? They extracted their knowledge, created a process, shared it through weekend workshops, some live, some virtual. Some of them are making 10, 20 times the money by impacting lives. This is where we are. We are in the tipping point where people are ready to pay for speed, pay for specialized knowledge. What, get 50 grand in debt for college and come out with a bunch of general knowledge? Listen, I'm not dogging it if you went to college. That's wonderful. But I would bet to say if you went to college, the statistics say that only 12% of you watching actually like the job you're in. So with that said, why not decide that you could share in a way to impact others? And for me, whether it's a community, a group, or a workshop, that all means it's a mastermind. Masterminds are just the collective wisdom of people coming together where everybody can get smarter, faster. And then the last piece of this is just what I said. This is part, and you could be a part of a $129 billion a year industry on its way to over $300 billion in the next 5 years, according to Forbes. Listen, I had to shoot this last video for the last one you're going to see, because the knowledge business blueprint and the Mind Mint software that allows you to get the immersion to do this, the framework to understand it, to become the expert, the reporter, or the broker, to do it virtual, in person, to do groups, workshops, communities, and masterminds, the blueprint and the opportunity to get it at an incredible price with crazy amounts of bonuses is going away. And I'd hate for you to miss that and look back, like I said before, and 5 years ago, what was I thinking? Listen, I know personally, I know the same for Tony Robbins and Russell Brunson, that we couldn't be any more blessed or grateful to be in an industry where we get to give people capabilities, give them a course like this, be in a workshop, a group, a community, help people go faster, help them overcome their obstacles, share things that we discovered through trial and error, and allow people to go faster and get paid so we can take care of our families, so we can have freedom, so we can have control of our lives. I would love for you to have that same opportunity. You don't have to be Tony or Dean or Russell to do it, but you need the knowledge business blueprint. Click the link on this page and grab it before it's gone. When you get to the page, you'll see a timer on it. When that timer hits 0, that page will be gone, and unfortunately, you'll have missed out. Click the link on this page right now.